Chapter 11. Al-Ahzab, the Coalition. The next verse, which discusses Prophet Jesus, is found in Surah 33, entitled Al-Ahzab, or the Coalition. It received its name from the Battle of the Trench, which took place in approximately 627 CE. In this battle, the Meccan Arabs established an army of 10,000, collected from the various Arab tribes. This battle was an incredible test of faith during overwhelming uncertainty. The Muslims had been informed that a large, well-equipped army was marching towards them. With consultation from his followers, Prophet Muhammad ordered the Muslims to dig trenches around Medina in order to fortify the city. Medina's geography allowed for a defensive position, as the city was protected by large date farms on one side and mountains on the other. Thus, by digging these trenches, the city became virtually impenetrable. As the Arab army saw that the Muslims would not engage in battle, they set up camps and surrounded Medina for 30 days, hoping for a Muslim surrender. The Arabs returned to Mecca after severe weather began to rain down on them, leaving even their possessions behind. Having successfully withstood the strongest Arab army, the Muslim defensive victory reverberated throughout the Arab peninsula. Although the 30-day standoff was a tremendous ordeal, filled with fear and doubt, the Battle of the Trenches signified Muslims' faith and resolve. Soon thereafter, the Arab idolaters were demoralized, later negotiating the 628 Treaty of Hudaybiyah, which Prophet Muhammad accepted. The Battle of the Trench was a good indication that Muslims were not aggressors. On the contrary, most of the battles led by Prophet Muhammad were defensive in nature, or fought for some greater good. In verses 7 and 8, God says, "And we accepted their covenant from the prophets, and from you, and from Noah and Abraham, and Moses and Jesus son of Mary. We took an inviolable covenant from them that God may question the truthful about their truth, and God has prepared a painful penalty for the scoffers." The following discussion regarding this passage assumes basic Muslim belief regarding human creation. Muslims believe, along with Jews and Christians, that Adam was created by clay or dirt, and God blew his spirit in, giving him life. All human beings consist of the spirit and physical flesh. After Adam's creation, Muslims believe God created the spirits of all his offspring. This is a point of difference between Christians and Muslims. Although the Bible does not provide discourse on human ensoulment, we can extrapolate from both the creation of Adam and Eve that their spirits could only have been created prior to their physical bodies. Similarly, every child of Adam lives as a spirit until he or she is joined with their respective mother's fetus on the 4th month. In verse 7, God recounts an oath that was taken by his chosen prophets before they were each joined with a body. According to the verse, this oath was taken by all prophets, including Prophet Muhammad, Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. Before we discuss the oath, it is necessary to understand that God can only choose those who are able to fulfill the conditions of the oath. That is, they must be trustworthy, truthful, righteous, and persons of excellent character. God would not allow the sinful to be carriers of his message. One of the criticisms that Muslims have regarding the credibility of the Bible is in reference to the characterization of God's chosen messengers. Upon reading the Bible, one might be left to wonder why God chose prophets who engage in egregious and sinful acts. Muslims reject those passages which demean the moral standing of prophets. Moreover, as prophets, they are duty-bound to deliver the divine message and teachings to their communities. This embodies the nature of the oath. In addition to delivering a divine message, they must demonstrate complete faith as an example to the people, for prophets are the only means by which God communicates to us. If messengers of God waver in their mission, then God's establishment of the Day of Judgment is compromised. God's revelations are rendered incredulous, and the accountability of the people cannot be justly warranted. Muslims believe that every prophet possessed exemplary character in faith, morals, and deeds. Above all, they fulfilled the duties of their prophethood, a responsibility to deliver divine guidance to the people, risking even death. Moreover, God's prophets will be questioned on the Day of Judgment, as stated in verse 8. God may question the truthful about their truth. A reference to the questioning of prophets and their faithful devotees. This is corroborated in Surah 5, verse 109. One day, God will gather the messengers and say, "What was the response that you were given?" They will say, "We have no knowledge. It is you who know all hidden secrets." Although the prophets answered in generalities, as stated in the latter part of verse 109, the questioning implies that they fulfilled their duties in delivering the divine message. It is proper that God asks, "What was the response that you were given?"